Greetings in love and kindness, family. I'm Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks, the one and only Conscious Self Healthcare educator and host of the Conscious Self Healthcare Conversation radio show. Every Wednesday from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Community, this is your time to share your wellness stories and how you move from disease care to conscious self-health care. I want to hear your story. We want to hear from you. Join the conversation each Wednesday. Call in and share how you shift out of chronic disease care stress. Right here on InnerLightRadio.com, the healing frequency. This is Dr. K, and I am looking forward to our conversation. So call in and share. Health is consciousness, and healing is a function of consciousness. Come on, family. It's time to rock the world with the new frontier of conscious self-health care, while I share my wellness story with you right here on InnerLightRadio.com, the healing frequency.
Taking those deep breaths. Move that body. Take those deep breaths. In and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. How you feeling, family? Take that deep breath. Take time to tune into yourself today. I know you did it all week. Are you breathing in and out? You got to feel it permeate all through your body. We got to help that lymphatic system. That's the only way we purify the body, is through the deep, deep breaths. That's right. We can take all the good foods we want. But that lymphatic system has got to do its thing. It got to be correct. And that means you got to take those deep breaths. That's the activation key for that. You know, you breathe anyway, right? You got to breathe to live. But guess what? That purification system only comes through the lymphatic system. Ain't no blue pill for it. Ain't no white pill for it. You ain't even got fruits and vegetables for it. That's right. It's the breath. It's your life. Breathe, baby, breathe. Rejuvenate the body. Oh! How was your week? Are you breathing? 1/29/2020. 1/29/2020. Thank you so much for coming to dance and breathe with me today and giving me the life of unity. That breath that we all breathe together in oneness, one love, one community, living in unity, sharing our strongest vibration out, where we all breathe into that one opportunity of that great, big, gigantic breath of love. The laws of vibrational energy. Thank you so very much. I'm Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks, sometimes called Karen Khadijah Abdul-Malik, host of the Conscious Self-Healthcare Conversation radio show. I'm having a conversation with you to see if you want to step up out of the dark ages of disease care. That's right. If you want to shift out of chronic disease care stress. If you want to emancipate yourself from medical mental slavery. And you know what? You can have a conversation with me too. All you have to do is schedule your time to come on and be my co-host. You can send me a message at innerlight_radio@yahoo.com. You can do it at Skype, inner_light_radio at Skype. You can send me a message so you can come join me on the show, the Conscious Self Healthcare Conversation radio show. We're here every Wednesday. It's Wellness Wednesday from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. That's Eastern Standard Time. So I invite you to come on aboard the friendship train. We are on a Harriet Tubman's ride to healthcare freedom for you to become your own wellness doctor. So if you got a story that you want to share with me about how you shift out of chronic disease care stress, pharmaceutical free will be excellent. Connect with me. ConsciousSelfCare.com, ConsciousSelfCare.com. You can connect with me on Facebook, Karen Davis-Foulks, Foulks. That's throughout social media. You might have to put the Khadijah in there, Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks. connect with me anyway and let me know that you know somebody that has a wellness story that they want to share. We'll connect and they can come on and we can help make the world, individual people around the world, breathe a little bit easy by knowing that they can become their own wellness doctor. As soon as you let yourself go from that system of Western medical care and thinking that they know everything about you when you don't even be truthful with yourself to know everything about you. That's right. You know, you got to sit down and make conscious self-health care moves. Mental observation view is essential for your success, your self-success. You got to sit back and view now in the now moment. Everybody say, don't you mean view? You got to look back. No, you got to take the view while you're moving because all you have is now. Do you understand that? When you look back, that's past. If you look too far, that's still the past. You got to live in the now moment of now. See it now and move with the now thought to be in exact motion and movement to allow that energetic flow to come through. So family community, you know how we do it here. We call it Thinkonomics from Reverend Ike. This is Reverend Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks talking to you. That's who I study from, Reverend Ike. Thinkonomics is a way of thinking that gives you the opportunity to learn the truth about yourself. I say it one more time. Thinkonomics is a way of thinking that gives you the opportunity to learn the truth about yourself, because that's what it's all about, because you create everything around you. That's why they say to you, be ye transformed. They say, be ye transformed by the renewing. What we say, by the renewing of your mind. And you got to go higher than that mind thought. That's right. Through positive self-awareness, the individual can change the conditions and circumstances in his, her, and own life. And that's what I'm doing right now. I've been changing the conditions and circumstances as they come up in the now moment moving forward. And the now moment becomes just as purified as we purify that dirty blood from the dirty blood syndrome that we put in there through the thoughts that we thinking to make our blood move so slowly. We got to shift our energy so we can shift the things in our bodies, because we know from Baba Tim Morrow, or what did he say? And what did that message that he leave? He said, growing old does not make you sick. He said, come on, family. He said, growing old does not make you sick. It's growing sick that makes you old. So Karen is not trying to be sick. Not sick from no stroke, not sick from no ulcer, not sick from anything. It's just a message from my body. My body is sending me a message trying to tell me something. It's either I'm cleaning up something and you're going to experience this, or you haven't done something and I'm going through this. Only you know what it is. You got to step back and take a moment and make conscious self-health care moves, and only you can do it. You got to step back and do it, and you got to understand and take hold to that statement. Growing old does not make you sick. It's growing sick, thinking sick. We will have cellular malfunctions. It doesn't mean it's a sickness, it's a disease, it's a dis-ease. It is just that the body is making adjustments, and they're going to do that. And they do it how? Because you're nothing but cells. And we're going to talk about that today. I found this great article while I'm writing this, completing this book that I lost once before. That's coming back better now. I'm talking about the feel-good pharmaceuticals that I've been sharing with you from Nest Health. And now I'm realigning that book, but new information is coming to me. And then I read this article this week. I said, I got to use this whole article and give this brother 100% credit, because he broke it all the way down. And I'm going to be sharing that article with you through this hour too, to assist you with moving on. But right now, family, I said, sit back and take a deep, 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 deep breath with me. Find that breath that you like to do that makes you feel good, and you do that breath right now. Take that deep, 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 deep breath. And feel this breath moving up your body from the top of your toes to the top of your head. Now I say release, and listen here as we take this universal love ride. Because why? We on the friendship train. Well, we on this train too. We on this train of conscious self-health care. We talking about love. Love. Love.
laws of vibrational energy, because love is the power that brings my entire life together. It heals, renews, restores, and empowers me with divine energy and life. Just a vibration of the word love. And then I know that that L means what? Laws of vibration. No, we are vibrational energy. Oh yes, we are. So I'm love in action, and you are love in action. I'm a master of positive self-expression, and so are you. You are the individualized, and I am the individualized. And we are here to be givers and receivers of love, that vibration of love. And that's why I say we got to sit back and tune into ourselves. And this is the opportunity to sit back and do that. Many people, especially ignorant people, want to punish you for speaking the truth, for being correct, for being creative, for being you. Never, never, ever apologize for being correct or for being years ahead of your time. If you're right and you know it, speak your mind. Even if you are a minority of one, the truth is still the truth. It may just be your truth, but it is your truth. So you know what I say. Taking those deep, deep breaths and tuning into yourself and knowing who you are and feeling that strong vibration. Even when you have somebody in your environment around you and you really are not in tune to yourself because it seems like an energy is there blocking you from doing what you want to do, you got to not let it propel you into moving out of your space and being the way that you want to be. Because see, that's how energy is sometimes. It comes around and it tries to cover you like a cloud. You know, the cloud gets so thick that they say that you can't see out of it. But you can see through that cloud because you created that cloud.
So adopting your behavior does not mean that you change your personality. I say adopting your behavior does not mean that you change your personality. You got to know who you are. But sometimes you got to adopt your behavior because of what's being shown to you, because what's around you. You see, you hold the golden key. You hold the golden key to your life. So I say right now, yield your future to no one. I say yield your future to no one. You got to learn how to trust in your own vibrations because you're tuning into yourself. You know what? All changes in the outer begins with a change in the inner. What they say? All changes in the outer begins with a change in the inner. See, love is all there is. Laws of vibrational energy. And that's why I tell you every week, life is a state of consciousness. And your states of consciousness change moment by moment. Heck, a minute ago, not even a minute ago, not even a second ago, my stomach was feeling like a volcano that was just erupted. I mean, and the lava was coming down and it's burning hot. That's what it feels like when your stomach turns into a soul, and they call it an ulcer, like you caught something and it's your own stomach that's being raw. And it's like anything you drink or eat feels like it's like a volcano, and you see all this hot lava coming down. That's how I feel in your body. But you got to know how it was developed, how I got that way. So you change your states of consciousness. You change how you think about it, and you put those emotions with it so you can clear it up once and for all. Because with anything that goes on in your body, there is an emotion attached to it. And if you don't address that emotion, it's going to keep coming back. But when you know that you're on a path of cleaning and correcting and allowing your body to shift, allowing your cells to come back into being, because we understand epigenetics, when you're in that mode and your body is self-correcting it's just like they said, up, down, in and out, you got to heal in reverse order. Things that you thought that you had cleared up may not have cleared up and may come back around. Like I was telling you about this stomach of mine last week. And boy, did I reach a hurricane. Did I reach a volcano this week? I was crying so hard in inside. It showed on the outside. My roommate had to say, "Are you all right? Are you all right?" And I'm looking at him. No, I ain't all right, but I'm all right because I know what I'm going through. I know what it's all about. And ain't no hospital to go to. Ain't no doctor to talk to. And ain't no drugs to take that's going to assist me in doing that. So as you see me walking around this house and I feel like I want to scream, and you see me rubbing my stomach, and you see how extended it is, you seeing that it's looking a little bit larger, you seeing that it's looking a little bit rounder, that's okay, because that means the inflammation has settled there. Excess fluid and excess sodium. All the organs are right there. That's what people don't realize. When you go through something, organs get filled with excess fluid and excess sodium, and things happen. That's why you got to get that lymphatic system in order. You know, they don't even teach you about the lymphatic system no more. Did you know that? Something told me this week. I went out there. I said, let me see what systems they still talk about. So I went out there, and and I said, give me the systems of the body. So they gave me skeletal. You all know what that is. Respiratory, circulatory, digestive, endocrine, muscular, nerves, reproductive, urinary. I'm like, wait a minute. Where's the lymphatic system? The purification system? These systems all got jobs to do, but what is the one that cleans and purifies these systems? Where's that main one at? What did they do with it? Where did it go? Oh, that's the one they sliced and diced and said, you might not need your lymph nodes, and we can chop you off here and we can chop you off there. And then when we want to say that you're in a total inflammation state throughout your body, and where the most of that fluid is trapped at, and the lymphatic vessels can't move, we can call that cancer. And then we can tell you that cancer has spread it as we want to. You got to understand, family, why they don't want you to learn about the lymphatic system, why they don't want you to understand about the power of the breath, what you got to do for yourself. Take a minute. Take a moment. Process. Every system has a job to do. But where's the one job that includes you? They don't want to talk about that lymphatic system anymore. They don't want to break it down to you when you get all the way down to the end. And you got to understand what you need to do. I'm trying to tell you something, family. You got to sit back and take those deep, 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 deep breaths. So I'm going to share with you. Does mindset matter for your health? Question that came to me. Does mindset matter for your health? What you're going through in life? What you're saying to yourself? You're going to think about that. We're going to take a station break shortly. And during that break, I want you to think about some things I'm getting ready to share with you. And when we come back from our station break, I'm going to share that article with you, breaking down quantum physics for you. The form of healthcare that I help you with, becoming your own wellness doctor. But does a mindset matter for your health? They say, yeah. I say, does mindset matter for your health? They say, yeah. You better believe mindset matters for your health, because I put myself in a mindset. I said, Karen, you've been through this. You know what this ulcer is all about. They had you so bad they had to put you in the ambulance and take you to the hospital, and then they wanted to give you all these pills that cost about $800 until you had to take this cocktail, and you took one set of it and you said, oh, no, I don't. What I got to do is sit back and calm my own nerves down, calm myself down, see what's going on, and put this coating back on my own body. And that's what I did, and that's where I'm at. And so when I woke up this week, right after the show, boy, I was in a burning state. I had just said on the show, well, at least it don't feel like it felt back when I was in my 20s. As soon as I got off the show and went to sleep, woke up, it felt just like that. The burning, the volcano came. But I said, you've been here before. You've been doing the aloe vera straight up. That's putting the coating back there. So what you got to do, you're taking care of the physical. What's in the mindset? What is in the emotions? What's going on to have you here? Are you releasing some things? Is it something new? You got to make conscious self-health care moves. Mental observation view is essential for your success. That's covering everything. Not focusing just on the symptoms, but where your thoughts are, where your actions are, what you've been doing. Karen, you know what you've been through for the last 5 years. You know where you are right now. You know what's going on. You know a little bit of other stuff is showing up to try to throw you off, but you know the reality of it all. So you know exactly what to do. So keep on moving forward and let it be. Do your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, and mindset affect your health? New question for you this year. Do your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, and mindset affect your health? Is more than just your symptoms, family. Should we be concerned about our psychology? Should we, when it comes to our physical well-being? Should we be concerned about how we see things psychologically when it becomes next to our physical well-being? What you say, family? You got to ask yourself the right questions. It would not be extravagant for me to say that the mind and the body are truly one thing. Oh, yes, it is. And when you start thinking like that, everything works out better for yourself. Thoughts, beliefs, and emotions aren't just nothing. They are part of the energy body. Yes, they are. That body, that field that governs this manifested physical body. And they also become translated into biology, how the body chemistry functions and work, what's going on through what you eat, through what you think, how you act, what you believe, what's going on. It all plays a part in the physical or what's happening with this physical body. And you got to be aware of it. You got to know what it is. There are 4 ways mind and body communicate. I'm going to share that with you. There are 4 ways. I'm going to share that with you. If I don't do it today, I'll do it next week. How about that? Are you taking your deep breaths? Are you sitting back? Are you tuning into yourself? Energy drawing me to this book this week. Things that it says, this thing called life by Ernest Holmes. This thing called life. And it was a reminder. And I said, oh, that's good. I can share that because that's a reminder of how we do things here and how we need to look at that word, God. Because people get all caught up as a human being and this and that. And when you say, when you use that word. So when I open up the book, just this little teeny passage, it says, God has been called by 1,000 names, but you and I, and all the discussions that we have here on the Conscious Self Healthcare Conversation Radio Show, which follows, are to think of God as life. From this point on, I'm saying it again, so you be understanding. When we use the word God, we want to think of God as life. The presence and power in everything, which makes everything what it is. Let us use the word life to symbolize everything that God means to us. Just a simple word life. Let us see if we cannot discover what life means to us and just how it operates through us. Let us discuss who and what the self really is. That's what this show is all about. We're talking about self-love, self-care, self-respect, self-worth. We're talking about self-assurance, having assurance within yourself, what's best for you. But some people try to delude themselves, community, and they want to think that the drugs is for them, and it makes them feel good. And you can have that thought, and it will work for you for a while, but the physical body is real, and the drugs will begin to break down certain areas. And not you having anything to do with it about your thinking. It's just the way the drugs are formulated. And that's why they have to be truthful about it and tell you how they balance with biochemistry. There is no balance. The drug tries to take over. It tries to mimic other things, other systems, other processes, and it throws everything off when the system of your human body realizes that what you have been given it is not real. Then it just shakes itself off and it pushes you in a state. And then you're trying to take another drug to counteract that drug, and then you find yourself going down the hill of using drugs. And before you know it, you see 20 pills in front of you, and your health ain't getting any better. Or you've seen it for somebody else. And that's why you can make observations. And you can look around and see what people have been going through and what they've been doing, and you can say, well, I believe that route is not for me. But our body's got to be similarly made. You know, they might not operate the same way because I have my states of consciousness, but the body performs a certain way, and you can't change that chemistry when you put something in it that's not a part of what it came from. So that's why we have to rethink taking medication. And that's why I say emancipate yourself from medical mental slavery. And we celebrate that day. Emancipate yourself from medical mental slavery day. It's April 30th. We're going on the 10th year, this 2020 anniversary year. It's the 10th year. April is Conscious Self Health Care, Conscious Self Health Care, and Lymphatic Cellular Wellness Month.
It's through consciousness that moves this body through your thoughts and what you're doing. It still is a human manifested body that has processes that it goes through. And the most powerful system in the body is a system that helps the body purify itself and release everything. And so you won't get any stagnation. So you won't have any blockages. So you won't have lack of quality oxygen. So you won't get cysts. So you won't get tumors. So things won't get chaos. So you won't build that dam. So the flood won't be there. The lymphatic system is doing its job. The lymphatic vessels, a one-way check valve, moving that fluid up and out and not circulating like mine now has stayed in the dominant of the stomach area. But that's okay because I understand the process. Like I said, my ankles, my knees, all those things, how fat my legs was, the fluid was everywhere. But now as I move down, and it's like the centralized in one location because now says you got to get totally imbalanced, Karen. You got to get totally imbalanced. Everything got to become one. Release all the emotions now. Go through that process of understanding what makes you not be tuned into yourself to have the right vibrations. The emotional part is very, very crucial to you moving forward and understanding and supporting yourself. And that's why I like the Max Pulse system. We're going to take a station break, and you're going to hear about the energetic system that I use, Nest Health Wellness Tool, which is a part of my book that's getting ready to be released, Feel Good, Feel Better, starting with the pharmaceuticals. But the My Health device I use lets you see what's going on with the physical body. And I'll share that with you before we end today. So I'm asking Jamal to get ready and let me get that 5-minute break. You're going to hear about 3 commercials back to back, the various ways I talk to you about using Nest Health Wellness Tools, which means I can work with you around the world just by a simple device, and we can work with the whole family, your friends, and everybody too, with one person getting a device, which is under $100. You get that device, and we'll work with your human body field. We'll read it, and all the information that you will have, the tools that you will use, and a database of knowledge to help you understand epigenetics once I scan you at our new affordable price. I'll share that with you too. So family, sit back, take a deep, deep breath, tune into yourself, give yourself a mighty, mighty tight hug as we listen to these commercials and take a deep breath. Thank you for tuning in to the Conscious Self Healthcare Conversation Radio Show.
Let's help one another, all of my sisters and brothers.
Is it time for a new approach to your health care? Are you ready to leave the dark ages of disease care management and pharmaceuticals? If your answer is yes, get ready to relearn, rethink, and rewrite your personal health care prescription plan with Dr. K. She is a certified liphologist and Nest healthcare provider, sharing the new science of information as medicine and cellular ecology. Did you know that the field of epigenetics states that you are more than just your genes, and those genes do not control your biology? Yes, that's correct. Schedule a Skype, phone, or office visit with Dr. K and get on board the friendship train to healthcare freedom. 202-248-7749. That's 202-248-7749. Visit us on the web, forselllife.com. The number 4, the words Cell, CELLLIFE.com. Are you at your wit's end because there seems to be no solution to your healthcare problems? Is it okay for me to say to you that you can have peace of mind? Take back control of your health. Are you experiencing anxiety, arthritis, diabetes, cancer, fibromyalgia, high blood pressure, lupus, chronic fatigue syndrome, any fictitious disease? Whatever your symptoms or diagnoses are, there is a conscious solution to transform the cause of your pain, not treat symptoms or mask it. No prescription medication, no over-the-counter drugs, no organs removed are required. Take back control of your health by the renewing of your mind. You can create wellness today. Contact Dr. K, 202-248-7749. Visit us on the web, www.4, the word Cell, CELLLIFE.com. celllife.com. Do you feel lost? Do you feel out of sync? Could it be that you are experiencing electromagnetic sensitivity? Yes, electromagnetic sensitivity. Could man-made frequencies interfere with cellular activity and melatonin production? We are beings of frequency, light, and information, and you are your own experience. Do not conform any longer to the patterns of man-made mindset of human consciousness. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Schedule your Nest Provision Human Body Field Scan with Dr. K. 202-248-7749. Visit the website for celllife.com. The number 4, CELLLIFE.com. Have the courage to expand your horizon and reprogram your cellular activities. Call Dr. K for your 15-minute wellness consultation. 202-248-7749.
For longevity and peace, we got to help one another. And how do I help you? I'm the founder of the Arc of Self-Healing and Self-Help, Health Education for Longevity and Peace. That's what I'm sharing with you, because you got to become your own wellness doctor. You got to, in this day and time, you got to take the time to first understand anatomy, understand physiology, get a little bit of pathology, understand some epigenetics, and you ain't got to worry about none of that, because it tells you how to do everything and who you are. How to sit back and take those deep breaths and understand the power that's within you when you understand epigenetics, and you still got to know about the organ structure. But I want to tell you something. Symptoms aren't just meaningless annoyances. The symptoms that I have in my stomach that was telling me something to just be suppressed. That's why I won't take no pharmaceuticals. I'm going to go through it all. I'm going to see what my body's trying to tell me. Symptoms aren't just meaningless annoyances to just be suppressed with drugs. I'm not taking any drugs. I'm not suppressing anything. I'm going through each stage. I'm looking at the physical. I'm looking at the mental. I'm looking at the emotional. I'm looking at the spiritual. I'm coming to my true understanding. I'm asking myself this second time around, Karen, is it about something else? Is it something new? Or is the body correcting itself as a process of that? Because I'm aware, because I'm choosing use conscious self-healthcare moves, I got to ask myself the appropriate questions. When you come dance with me, when you come aboard this friendship train, that's how I work with you. I'm going to motivate you to be your own wellness doctor. And that is showing you how to ask yourself the proper questions so you can understand your symptoms, because your symptoms are not just meaningless annoyances to just suppress with some drugs, and then you think that it's all over with and something else is going on, something else is happening in your body, just causing all kinds of things, and you want to know more about what you need to do. It's only because you need to tune into your family. Deep breath. Something is going on with my mic according to Skype. I'm not sure. I'm seeing all these messages. I don't know if I lost my mic. I got to ask Jamal to send me a message, and then the messages, and then everything's gone away. So I guess everything is fine. Oh, I love Skype, and I thank all the messages that it sent me just now to make sure that everything was fine. Okay, so it realigned itself. All right, family. So sit back and take a deep breath and think about some things, definitely about what you did this week, and if you took the time to breathe and think about some things and give yourself some new directions. But like I said, I'm releasing this book, Feel Good, Feel Better, with the feel good pharmaceuticals, because I don't even have to scan you to give you pharmaceuticals to make you feel better. We told you what pharmaceuticals are. You can go back and listen to the 3 shows earlier part of this month where I'm putting everything in a sequence, because I'm using these particular 4 shows this month to put on the CD to hand out with that book, Feel Good, Feel Better, and what's going to be available online through that all. So I'm going to share this article with you. It should take me about maybe 10 minutes to get through it. I haven't really read it, but I like the title is where I'm at. I went through a little bit of it and just saw the part where I had to talk in the book about explaining to you about the process of how they see the human body through quantum physics. So I said, I'm going to share this on the show. So let me do that now and see if I can make it through and still have enough time to close out the show. And I'll tell you the author who shared this article. So sit back, family, take a deep breath as you tune into yourself. And the article starts off with why you should be aware of quantum physics. Why you should be aware of quantum physics. And that's what I do on this show. Nobel Prize winning physicists have proven beyond a doubt that the physical world is one large sea of energy that flashes into and out of being in milliseconds over and over again. Nobel Prize winning physicists have proven beyond a doubt that the physical world is one large sea of energy that flashes into and out of being in milliseconds over and over again. Nothing is solid. That's what we have to keep in mind. This is the world of quantum physics. They have proven that thoughts are what put together and hold together this ever-changing energy field into objects that we see. So why do we see a person instead of seeing flashing clusters of energy? Why do we see a person instead of seeing a flashing cluster of energy? Think of a movie reel. This is how he says it. I like it this way. A movie is a collection of about 24 frames a second. Each frame is separated by a gap. However, because of the speed at which the frame replaces another, our eyes get cheated into thinking that we see a continuous and moving picture. So they said, think of television. A TV tube is simply a tube with heaps of electrons hitting the screen in a certain way, creating the illusion of form and motion. This is what all objects are anyway. You have 5 physical senses: sight, sound, touch, smell, and taste. Each of these senses has a specific spectrum. For example, a dog hears a different range of sound than you do. A snake sees different spectrums of light than you do, and so on. In other words, your set of senses perceives the sea of energy from a certain limit standpoint and makes up an image from that. It is not complete, nor is it accurate. It is just an interpretation. All of your interpretations are solely based on the inner map of the reality that we have, and not the real truth. Our map is a result of our personal life collective experiences. Our thoughts are linked to this invisible energy, and they determine what the energy forms. Your thoughts literally shift the universe on a particle by particle basis to create your physical life. Look around you. Everything you see in your physical world starts as an idea that grew as it was shared and expressed until it grew enough into a physical object through a number of steps. You literally become what you think about most. Your life becomes what you have imagined and believe in most. The world is literally your mirror, enabling you to experience in the physical plane what you hold as your truth until you change it. Quantum physics shows that the world is not the hard and unchangeable thing it may appear to be. Instead, It is a very fluid place, continuously building up using our individual and collective thoughts. What we think is true is really an illusion, almost like a magic trick. Fortunately, we have begun to uncover the illusion and, most importantly, how to change it. So, what is your body made of? 9 systems comprises the human body. Here they go, including the circulatory, digestive, endocrine, muscular, nervous, reproductive, respiratory, skeletal, and urinary. Okay, that's what they're going to say. What are those made of? The body is made up of 9 systems, and it says, what are those made up of? Tissues and organs. And what are tissues and organs made of? Cells. What are cells made of? Molecules. What are molecules made of? Atoms. What are atoms made of? Subatomic particles. What are subatomic particles made of? Energy. Energy. What are you? At the 444 mark, you are energy. I like that. You and I are pure energy light in its most beautiful and intelligent configuration. Energy that is constantly changing beneath the surface, and you control it all with your powerful mind. You are one big, stellar, and powerful human being. If you could see yourself under a powerful electronic microscope and conduct other experiments or yourself, you will see that you are made up of a cluster of everything changing energy in the form of electrons, neutrons, and protons, photons, and go on and on and on. Hey, that reminds me of a song. Who did that song? I am doing the neutron dance, something like that. I remember somebody did that song. Who did that song? Maybe they knew something back then. So it's everything else around you. Quantum physics tells us that it is the act of observing an object that causes it to be aware, to be there, where, and how we observe it. It's everything else around us. Quantum physics tells us that it is the act of observing an object that causes it to be there, where, and how we observe it. An object does not exist independently of its observer. An object does not exist independently of its observer. So as you can see, your observation, your attention to something, and your intention literally creates that thing. And that's why I say mental observation view is essential for your success when you understand who and what you really are. This is scientifically proven. Your world is made of spirit, mind, and body. It's scientifically proven. Each of us, each of those 3, spirit, mind, and body, has a function that is unique to it and not shared with the other. What you see with your eyes, experience with your body, is the physical world, which we shall call body. Body is an effect created by a cause, and this cause is thought. So what are you thinking, family? What have you been thinking? Body cannot create. It can only experience and be experienced. That is its unique function. Thought cannot experience. It can only make up, create, and interpret. It needs a world of relatively the physical world body to experience itself. Spirit is all that is, that which gives life to thought and body. Body has no power to create, although it gives the illusion of power to do so. This illusion is the cause of much frustration. Body is purely an effect and has no power to cause or create. The key with all of this information is, how do you learn to see the universe differently when you do know, so that you can manifest everything you truly desire? We have to make conscious self-healthcare moves, and that's what life is all about when you understand the projection
of this physical body. And that's why every cell has a field around it. And that's why you create a human body field. And that's what the power of what you had heard through my commercials that I do with the Nest Health Wellness Tools. I'm able to allow you, by putting your hand on the instrument, it takes a picture of the perfect body field, not a disease body field, and then go backwards and tell you how to correct it. It takes a picture of your human body field in its most optimal state of wellness. And then the algorithm matches and shows you where you're not in sync with being processing correctly. And those things show up in your energy field. You can track it back down to your cells, because as we just shared with you, the way it goes down is the way it comes back up. And so then you can understand what's going on. And that's why I knew I had to sit back, calm myself down, and get through the emotional state to allow my stomach to get back into balance as my body is correcting itself from its stroke. So the ulcer showed back up. That showed up when I was in my 20s as my body is correcting itself, because it's excess fluid and excess sodium. And my lymphatic system is only powered through the breath, my consciousness, and how I'm thinking. And I can't take no drugs to think that that's going to help my body get well, because it's going to shut down the primary system. And as you heard me read the systems to you, they don't see the lymphatic system as a system that you need to understand and recognize. And that's why I say come study with me. Join my group, Lymphatic Cellular Wellness, the My Health device, and become your own wellness doctor. We got time. In 3 months, your whole life can change by tuning into yourself. And we could be celebrating you come this April 30th. So you want to go out there and like the 10th anniversary of Emancipate Yourself from Medical Mental Slavery Day, that page on Facebook. Follow me. Connect with me. Help me spread the word of how we can shift out of chronic disease care, stress, and become our own wellness doctor. Family, it's time that we do this. A lot is going on, and a lot of people are leaving Earth. And some through means that they did not mean to leave or want to leave, but something occurs to make it leave, to make you think about something. And so with the loss of Kobe Bryant, his daughter, and everybody that was on the plane, and that whole scenario of what's going down and how it happened, it made me think about a lot of things. So in my closing, I'm going to share with you a post that I put out about me. And like I said 5 months ago, if somebody want to share my life and put my life out there on stage, who the best person to do it but me? And that's why I started telling my life on Facebook, to help people move forward through what they're doing, because nobody's going to turn me around when I talk about personal health care, how I think about it. It's a personal thing to each of us. And if we take the time to learn anatomy and physiology and where we are and understand the epigenetics, we can move through any condition. And it's not just food. It has a lot to do with thought and attitude and discipline and what we really feel in our hearts, that heart vibration. We can say things consciously, but if we don't really feel it in our heart, it won't happen. Feelings get the blessings. And that's why you're able to move forward from any kind of physical problem or what they want to call mental problems. Everybody want to say they got mental problems and things are going on because of what's happening in the world. We look at these conditions and we move forward from them. So for me, I'm so very proud of the person that I am. I am so very proud of the person that I am. I know my parents, Charles Davis and Shirley Davis Hardy, are saying, way to go, daughter. I know my sister, Sandra, and my brothers, Kevin and Franklin Davis, are saying, you go, sis. I know my children, Shandora Berry and Davis-Foulks, are saying, Mommy, you are the best. And my beloved grandmother, Ruth Bond, is saying, baby, we all love you and knew you would show the love that lights your heart. How I heal from a stroke, stomach ulcer, and abused heart. I am my own wellness doctor, a doctor of lymphology. Just feeling blessed. Even though my family members are my ancestors and my guides, they got me. And I have them in my heart and in my mind, and most of all, my energetic fields of life. I am blessed that energy speaks at the age of 62 years of age. I say to you all, it is time for you to emancipate yourself from medical mental slavery. If you had not, it's time to stop the pharmaceuticals. Take a deep, deep breath. Come learn the power of the lymphatic system with me. Learn how you heal your heart, you heal your mind, you heal your body energetically first, and let it manifest down into the physical body. This is the 10th year that we're celebrating Emancipate Yourself from Medical Mental Slavery Day. You got the hashtag EYFMMSD. Share your stories with me. April 30th, we celebrate the 10th anniversary right here on Inner Light Radio. I'm going to have that information soon as the hours that we're going to be sharing that with you to go along with the press release is getting ready to come out. It's time to honor yourself and share your wellness stories with me. In the Anthology of Wellness Stories Release 2020 is a group on Facebook. Anthology of Wellness Stories Release on 2020. Share your wellness stories with me. You can also go to my website and share it, consciousselfcare.com. I went out and checked for Cell Life today, and somehow it's not connecting to my Conscious Self Healthcare website. And I don't know when that happened, but I have to make that correction. If I can't, at least I'm giving you the right, correct website. It's consciousselfcare.com. Go there. Read the information on how to be a part of the Emancipation celebration. Help me spread the word. Let the people know we want to honor you, the individuals that take care of themselves holistically, energetically, that take the time to learn the physical body, that's not frightened by a disease name, but understand what's happening to their bodies or their loved ones. Trying to put them in tune with a new vibration in a new way. I told you I was going to the gym just to get out, to network and talk and share with people and move around. And a guy heard me talking to somebody the other day while I was at the gym, to a lady, and she was saying what she was going through, and I was telling her what was happening with me. She said, "Nah, baby, you ain't had no stroke. It don't look like you had no stroke." I said, "But it feel like I had one, but it may not look like I had one, but this is what I do." And she said, "Well, what is that about? I never heard about no lymphatic system. I know about all the other systems in the body, but I don't know about that system." I said, "I know, because they don't want you to know. That's how they diagnose cancer and makes you be in a fearful state and tell you that it's spreading everywhere because your lymphatic system isn't functioning properly to help the body purify itself and cleanse itself." So you want to learn about the lymphatic system, come study with me. Connect with me. I know y'all been trying to reach me. My phone has been under robot control, but all that is getting ready to change, and it's all okay because I hear you energetically. That's why I keep doing what I do and how I do it. And thank you so very much for tuning into the Conscious Self Healthcare Conversation Radio Show. And all of those that have been trying to reach me, just know that you will be able to reach me very, very soon as we move forward with quantum health and healing. Take a deep breath through the week, family. Take your deep, deep breaths through the week and honor yourself. And get ready for that release and feel good, feel better. Pharmaceuticals. When you start feeling good, you start doing better. Structure water to help your body self-correct itself. And that's what it's all about. So sit back and take your deep, deep breath with me. Come on, let's get well. Let's get these two software systems to help you understand what's going on with your body physically and energetically, to move you into a better state of purity, a better state of health, because love is all there is, and we are one family. We are just one big family trying to spread nothing but love. And when we lose a dear one, something happened in the community, we got to understand what it's all about and take a moment and tune into ourselves and ask ourselves the right question. Health is a choice, and it's time to bury disease thinking and emancipate yourself from medical mental slavery. And remember what our teacher said: you are the master of your thought and mind. Tell your mind what to think, tell your feelings what to feel, tell your body how to react. Master your mind, master your feelings, master your thoughts. You must tell your human holographic image what to do, how to act, and how to think. Let them call it what they want. But I tell you what, this hour has been the best hour I've had all week, because I really felt good the whole time, because I'm sharing information. I'm feeling the vibration just from the frequencies of Inner Light Radio, the healing frequencies. Support your body, because that's what this airwaves is all about, making the body feel good. So remember, faith is taking the first step, even when you don't see the whole staircase. When you're making that adjustment, letting go pharmaceuticals, you're going to go through some things. But you got to put the physical with the mental, with the emotional, with the spiritual. and then make your connection and look at God as being life, how you live in your life and what you're doing. Right perspective, right results. Right perspective, right results. When your perspective is not clear, your behavior becomes inconsistent, and you got to be consistent like I am. Most people that went through what I went through and going through what I'm going through keep saying, no, it ain't working. You got to go to the doctor. You need some drugs. No, you don't. The body has got to make them adjustments, and you got to go through it. Your body will never lie to you. However, your mind will. Step up to quantum health and healing. Thank you for coming, dancing, and breathing with me today, 1/29/2020. It's the year to become your own wellness doctor, to honor yourself, to love yourself, to clear the pathway so you can reach the level of wellness that you wish to reach. And family and community and friends, I know we get ready to close out. We got about a second. The truth about psychiatry, in short, the whole business of creating psychiatric categories of diseases, formalizing them with consensus, and subsequently subscribing, diagnosing codes to them, which in turn leads to their use of insurance billing, is nothing but an extended racket, furnishing psychiatry as a placebo scientific aura. You got to not get caught up, because there is no drug for the psychological understanding of what you're going through. You got a brain that's an organ. And when they keep saying they can use that with drugs to change the way you think and feel, they lying. You got to be honest with yourself and look at your own life. There's no drug that's going to correct your life in the way you see it. You got to be the drug. If you want a drug, you be the drug to your own life through how you're thinking and what you're saying and what you're doing. Being your observer. Mental observation view is essential for self-success. And that's how I am moving forward, have moved forward, and will continue to move forward, because family, you're going to have cellular malfunctions. And the only cellular malfunctions going on with your thinking is you. There's nothing, no pill, no nothing that can correct any of that. It's you changing what you're doing to vibrate the life that you want here on planet Earth. That's what it's all about. Thank you for tuning in. See you next week.
Wake up. Yeah.
Wow, family, that was a great show. I want to thank you so very much for tuning in to the Conscious Self Healthcare Conversation Radio Show right here on NLI Radio. It was a pleasure having you tuning in. Now, you must tell a friend to tune in. And if you haven't called in and shared your wellness story, don't you think it's time that you help somebody with your wellness story? Call in, share your story, join the conversation. I'm Karen Khadija Davis-Foulks, and I invite you to visit my website, consciousselfcare.com. Or you can just go to the number 4, the word CELLLIFE.com. Leave me some information. I would love to talk with you. And once again, I look forward to you joining us next Wednesday right here on the Conscious Self Healthcare Radio Show. It's a conversation where we uplift each other, where we share our wellness stories so we can help someone move from disease care to conscious self-health care. Thank you for tuning in. I look forward to hearing from you next Wednesday.